Welcome to Stack Moxie. Today we'll be covering how to build templates. Templates allow you to quickly automate the QA process for different program types. So how do we create a template? First, we hit Create Scenario, and today we're going to build from scratch. Our system starts in a browser because we're going to be doing a form fill. So we're going to drag into a navigate to a web page. Next, we're going to add the step checks that we're going to look for post form fill. Once you add a URL with a form in it, it will auto populate. It's important to know that only admins have access to the template creation. However, creators can use templates, they just cannot edit them. So our first step, once one fills out our form for our white paper downloads, is that we always expect there to be a status. So we're going to scroll in check a field on a Marketo lead. We're going to drop in our email address, select our partition, and we're going to look for lead status. Now this field should always be known. Okay, so the next field we're going to check is the most recent, because we want to make sure that they're including their campaign name in the lead source most recent. So we're going to come up here and we're going to set lead source most recent should be, and this is going to stay empty because we want them to actually be able to write in the variable. Next, we're going to check that there is a source, because there always should be a source on our lead records. So we're going to check that lead source should be set. Finally, we're going to check that the acquisition date is also set on the program. Now we're going to build our template. We come up to the top of the scenario under Scenario Definition and click Create as Template. You're going to have the option to actually create a description and instructions. So this is going to be our white paper template. Next, we're going to lock the fields that are not editable. So lead status should always be known. So we're going to lock each one of these to make sure they can't be edited by the end user. Any of the fields that you leave unlocked, such for instance, lead source detail, is now going to be editable in the end user template. However, anything that is locked will not be visible, but will still run in the logging. So we're going to lock all our fields that are required, that are set for standardization, and we're going to leave unlocked the fields that need to be written in that have variables. Now we're going to hit Create Template. Okay, so now how do we use our template? Our template, once we create it, is going to be available under your starters. All you have to do is navigate through your starter, click on your template, and then drop in your URL. You're going to see that the form automatically populates for your end user, so all they have to do is drop in their URL. Next, you're going to see that the fields that are not required, that are not standard and are variable, are editable. So we expect the lead source detail to be white paper download. You can see that the fields that we have locked are not editable. Now we can hit save and run. What's going to happen is the tool is going to navigate to the website. It's going to fill out the form, and then it's going to check the steps that you have outlined inside of your scenario. You can see the lead status failed, lead source details there, the lead source, and the acquisition date. This way, you can get standardization in your testing across your templates.